Welcome to my channel, Learn to Earn. We are here to help you with interview tips and job information on daily basis. Today's topic: commonly asked Excel interview questions and answers. How do you create a pivot table in Excel? To create a pivot table in Excel, select the data you want to include in the pivot table. Go to the Insert tab, click Pivot Table in the Tables group, and follow the prompts. How do you add fields to a pivot table in Excel? To add fields to a pivot table in Excel, drag and drop the desired fields from the Pivot Table field list pane into the rows, columns, or values area. How do you filter data in a pivot table in Excel? To filter data in a pivot table, click the Filter drop-down next to the field you want to filter and choose the desired filter criteria. How do you refresh a pivot table in Excel? To refresh a pivot table in Excel, right-click anywhere in the pivot table and select Refresh from the context menu, or go to the Analyze tab and click Refresh. How do you create a pivot chart in Excel? To create a pivot chart in Excel, select any cell in the pivot table, go to the Pivot Table Tools Analyze tab, click Pivot Chart, and choose the desired chart type. How do you add a slicer to a pivot table in Excel? To add a slicer to a pivot table in Excel, select the pivot table, go to the Pivot Table Tools Analyze tab, click Insert Slicer, and choose the fields you want to filter. How do you create a formula in Excel? To create a formula in Excel, select the cell where you want the result to appear, type an =21 followed by the formula, and press Enter. How do you reference cells in a formula in Excel? To reference cells in a formula in Excel, simply click on the cell you want to reference or type its cell reference, e.g. A1, into the formula. How do you use absolute cell references in Excel? To use absolute cell references in Excel, add a $sign tauters before the column letter and row number of the cell reference, e.g. A1. How do you copy a formula in Excel? To copy a formula in Excel, select the cell containing the formula, hover your mouse over the bottom right corner until the fill handle appears, and drag the fill handle across the range of cells you want to fill. How do you use functions in Excel? To use functions in Excel, type an $sign, Schaltiros, followed by the function name and its arguments, enclosed in parentheses. How do you use the sum function in Excel? To use the sum function in Excel, type {sum, select the range of cells you want to sum and close the parentheses. How do you use the average function in Excel? To use the average function in Excel, type {average, select the range of cells you want to average and close the parentheses. How do you use the if function in Excel? To use the if function in Excel, type {if followed by the logical test, the value to return if true, and the value to return if false, and close the parentheses. How do you use the VLOOKUP function in Excel? To use the VLOOKUP function in Excel, type your VLOOKUP, followed by the lookup value, the table array, the column index number, and the range lookup option, and close the parentheses. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope it helps. We will always remember your support towards the channel's growth. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to join our community for more exciting content ahead. Until next time, stay tuned and stay awesome.